Well, let's see what we get first off tonight. X-Men Mutant Academy. I was just reading about this game earlier today. Interesting coincidence. Okay, so yes. X-Men Mutant Academy here is another Game Boy fighting game. Which is very ironic timing since just this afternoon I posted the other recent Game Boy fighting game that we played through, Fist of the North Star. So we have a very recent baseline of, will this be better than that? My initial assumption is, yes, it is bound to be, just because of how bad that one was. Let's go ahead and dive right in and find out. Okay, so what we got in options? Yep. And that all sounds good. Okay, so who are we going with? I wonder, do we have a timer here? No, it's a fighting game that doesn't force you to make a character selection in 5 seconds. I can understand it in the arcade versions, but why was that a thing in so many of the home console versions? Okay, so, wow. It's an interesting take on Toad there. I guess these are probably looking like the 90s animated series versions. Could go for the obvious Wolverine. I'm kind of leaning towards Gambit at the moment. I'm very surprised they give you Magneto right off the bat. Actually, I'm very surprised they give you... Actually, there's more Brotherhood characters here than there are X-Men. That's very different for a thing that would, you know, Mutant Academy. You'd figure it'd be all X-Men's. X-Men's? Okay, let's just go with Gambit and hurry this up, because we've taken too long on just the character select screen. I'm rambling. Okay, is it waiting for me to... Okay, no it's not. I can never tell. Sure, Savage Land, Antarctica. Okay, so actually let me just go ahead and basic move, hold down and release A, hold down and release B. Hard kick while ducking. Okay. Hold down and release A near the opponent to toss them. And yeah, okay, hidden characters, we have Phoenix and Apocalypse. Interesting. Again, just leaving the good guys totally outnumbered here. Right then. Seem to be gaining rage just by kicking the air. So what is the rage type move? Maybe I should have gone into training. Well, there's... That looked like a move. I guess that would be the Spin Assault move. Not sure how long I have to hold down the button for to do the move associated with it. Oh, that is the move associated with it. Very slightly different animations. Also, we appear to have stun-locked her, even though she was... Okay, there it goes. And yeah, the FAQ writer was not kidding about the fact that you can just rapid-fire punch your way to victory. Not surprising that we have the basic, 2-round fight system. Also, your own character can be easily stun-locked just by very basic attacks here. Trying to get this... should just be... yeah, that's... maybe it does require a full meter then. Now I'm afraid I don't quite get this whole... you know, special powers system. It seems very simple, and yet it's not working out in that way. No, that was definitely the move right there. That was a different animation than either the tap B or hold B attacks, so that was definitely correct. And I think that was also the other... no, that's just him doing it walking forward. Is there any way to block this? I don't think there's a way to avoid this. Okay, so I guess we're just going to punch our way to victory. Kind of curious to see what the other computer opponents can manage to do, since I'm not going to be able to pull off these moves. I'm assuming that one of Gambit's abilities is to be able to throw the kinetically charged cards. That would make the most sense for a long-range attack. I could be entirely wrong on that. Maybe they didn't include that in this particular game. Also, he doesn't seem to want to attack much. Oh, and he lost all his rage. Not sure why. Okay, so, yeah, let's just forget about the whole seeing what attacks Gambit has, since he doesn't want to seem to do any of them. Let's give you one more chance here, Gambit. See if you'll actually attempt a move on me instead of just jumping around. Okay, so he can throw a card. Maybe this FAQ is not quite complete. Maybe there's more to it that, no, the rest is just Game Shark codes and such nonsense. So maybe the person who wrote this FAQ didn't quite have the whole game figured out. I would check Vims for an instruction manual, but I have the amazingly strong feeling that no such thing exists. Yeah, that's the thing though, the FAQ does not specifically mention a super move. We have jump, duck, move, basic punch, hard punch, light kick, hard kick, sweep kick, toss. The two attacks listed, you know, this one that I can never get to work, which is basically the Hadouken maneuver, and then the other one, which is more of a half circle on the, back to forward. And back to forward is that thing where he gets on the... Trying to manage it now and totally failing. Yeah. Either way, there's just those two moves listed and that's all. So again, I don't doubt that it is his super move, since that is using up his rage meter, like when he does that, like with Storm and her tornado there, but FAQ writer seemed unaware of the possibility of actually doing a super move. Also, I'm noticing that we have one song. It's not stopping when we win, it's not stopping or starting when we get a new round. It's just constantly going. What the... That was different. Okay, so we can punch faster when we are ducking. Very good to know. Oh, here. I thought he was dead already. And I do still have the auto-fire option, but I'm not going to use that unless I absolutely have to. And from the looks of things, I don't think I am actually going to have to. Oh. I forget which difficulty setting. I think we're on normal, though. Apparently, on the easy difficulty setting, if you choose story, you only battle the allies, the other X-Men, but on normal or hard, you also will battle all of the Brotherhood mutants. And the battle mode is you choose 3 characters, and the computer chooses 3 characters. Don't know if you can swap out at a whim, or if it's only when a player dies that the next one comes out. And survival is... Okay, survival is essentially story, but you only get 1 life. No continues, no second chances. Let's see if Wolverine will bother to do his special. Come on. Do something. Okay, his special was just punching more. Gambit, you've proven yourself as the most powerful X-Men. The single X-Men that... I've never liked the grammar on that. That's always slightly bugged me. X-Men versus X-Man. I'm not even sure. Did they ever actually use X-Man as a term? Yeah, tasked with beating Magneto. What a surprise. I don't know, maybe the special attack is the Hadouken move that I'm unable to get to work ever. Let me double check in the I'm not even gonna bother to save state, because you can basically come back from... Now it just says that the Hadouken move is High Assault. Doesn't really... No. One of Storm's moves is listed as Whirlwind Blast, so... Oh, there's apparently a character named X-Man. Yeah, because that doesn't confuse things whatsoever. Okay, let's, Did he just... Okay, yeah, he did have his meter filled for that. And it's kind of a weird moveset in that you don't just hit down, down, forward, forward, A. You hit down, down, forward, forward, and A, and then A again. And I don't know what the timing of it is supposed to be, if I'm supposed to do it all. Really. What was that with that? How did I... Was that weird cane swing? Was that it? Is that... I think that's the special move for the Hadouken thing there. Okay, so I once again, I have... Wait a minute. Okay, good. Just making sure that it wasn't just hit select to do the super move. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm like negating them using their special by hitting them at exactly the right time. Or maybe, like, if you punch them enough, the rage goes away. I'm really not certain at all on the mechanics of this. I'm also really curious why these mutants are scattered so far around the world from each other. I mean, it's the story mode, but we aren't getting any actual story other than, okay, now you're in this city, fight this mutant. Okay, now you're in this other city, fight this other mutant. And while fighting games aren't really renowned for their stories, most of the good ones do have actual stories that kinda play out as you go through. Or, you know, maybe even just at the end, but who knows, we'll see. Get the feeling that any of the X-Men you choose, basically, the story plays out as, hooray, you have defeated Magneto. Victories. So I don't really see them as having very individualized stories here, when the main objective for all of them is defeat Magneto. Although this does have me curious as to what would happen if you play as one of the Brotherhood. What then would the objective be? Like, Professor X is not one of the playable characters, so... final objective would not be defeat Professor X. And yeah, they're just... There's a definite flaw in the AI here that duck and mash punch button is the key to victory for every character. Oh, and I did it perfectly, wow. Yeah, it does actually seem like they sort of combined Toad and the Blob He's like half as big as the Blob. Oh hey, he actually pulled off a move. Congratulations, computer player. Oh hey, and it's Magneto already. Kinda lost track there, I wasn't sure how many we had left to fight. So let's go punch Magneto in the knee until we win. Or, you know, when he ducks, we're hitting him in the shoulder instead. Yep, that's, one battle to go, and I'll have this taken care of. Oh, hey, he can manage moves without a full special bar. Yes, I guess, that is more punching him in the dick there. And there we go. So Gambit has defeated Magneto. And secret final boss? Is it Apocalypse? No, it's Phoenix. Alright. Nifty. I forgot that the Savage Lands was a jungle volcanic wasteland in the middle of the Antarctic. That kind of threw me off for a minute there. Yeah, pretty nifty attack there. Not very effective if the player is ducking, but still. It's at least nice to see that they did make some unique animations for each player's attacks. I've seen some fighting games where it's basically a very obvious thing where most of the players have the same moveset and very similar, like Hadouken-like attacks and such. And once again we win with, well, almost won with the trip there, but... but yeah, we win with more crotch and shoulder punching. And we don't face Apocalypse, interesting. Well, anyways, well done to unlock Phoenix. Press buttons. Oh, and it ends on game over. Thanks for that. And we didn't even get a congratulations you defeated Magneto, hooray the world is saved. It's just, well done. Literally, those two words were all we got. The rest was game mechanics. So, yeah, that's basically it for this game. I'm not really going to try any other players. Let's just poke in here really quickly, since, well, actually, hold on. No, I can't go back. Once you're in a section, you can't back out of it. Awesome. Okay, anyways, yeah, this has been X-Men Mutant Academy. Another fighting game that we have gotten through. Probably the easiest fighting game I have played to date, which is not really saying too much, since I haven't played too many yet, and a lot of them we've save-stated our way through, but... very first fighting game I've managed to get through just by hitting the punch button.